Welcome to another edition of Business Bites. My name is David Tighe, the Managing Director of Bauer Media here in Northern Ireland, and each week we catch up with an interesting guest and we talk about what's going on in their world. And this week I'm really pleased to welcome Lauren Baxter, who is the Manager of Cash for Kids NI. Lauren, welcome to Business Bites.
Thank you so much for having me on, David.
Well, it's great to have you, and I think at this point I must declare a couple of things. First of all, Bauer Media Northern Ireland supports Cash for Kids NI as a charity, and I am a trustee of that charity, and that's why we've got you on this week, because we wanted to highlight some of the great work that you do for charities right across Northern Ireland, and also to talk about a rather special day that's coming up shortly. So let's get into the conversation. First of all, Lauren, for those that don't know, tell us a little bit about Cash for Kids NI's mission, why it exists, and what it's set up to do.
Sure. So Cash for Kids Northern Ireland has been in existence now for 13 years, and our mission is to help alleviate disadvantaged among local children right here in Northern Ireland. So everything raised is spent helping children who are facing issues like additional needs, illness, poverty, neglect, and mental health. We're here to help try and help them out with all of those different issues that they might be facing, and their families as well, who also need support.
And just to be clear, the charity supports individuals as well as other charities in Northern Ireland, is that right?
Yeah, exactly. So we fund both local independent families that need help, and also registered children's charities and community groups and schools and any frontline authorities really that might need some help with funding their project or service that helps alleviate disadvantage through their frontline channels as well.
Well, that's great. Thanks for giving us that clarity. And despite the challenges in the world, Cash for Kids NI continues to, through the generosity of people who are making donations, it continues to go from strength to strength. Just tell us about 2021 before we get into what's happening now.
Yeah, so 2021, of course, was another very challenging year for both the charities that we help fund and the individual families that we help fund. But despite that, we were able to raise £1.2 million, and we were able to help 20,800 local children here. Some of the highlights within that was, of course, our Mission Christmas gift campaign that we do every Christmas, and we were able to provide Christmas gifts for almost 12,000 local children that would otherwise not have had anything on Christmas Day. We were also able to run a really successful COVID emergency fund earlier in 2021, where we were able to help provide families with emergency grants to help with their basic essentials. And through that fund, we were able to help 2,300 children. So it's really just testament to the ongoing generosity of the Northern Irish public. Even when people are struggling themselves, they still find it within themselves to help us out and help us do our great work.
Absolutely. It's unbelievable the amount of money that the people in our part of the world manage to raise and donate through Cash for Kids NI, and then obviously you guys pass that money on to the people who really need it most. So talking of which, there's been a latest grant round. So you've been giving out some of that money. Tell us a little bit about what's been going on there.
Yes, so throughout the month of February, we were able to take in applications from local families that might need some help, and also children's charities that might want to fund a new project or service. We received more applications than we've ever received before, and I think again that just goes to show just how much of a struggle is going on in our local community. There was, hundreds of people applying to us for help this time. Unfortunately, we can't fund everything, although we would love to. But that said, our local executive board have approved more than £60,000 to fund a whole variety of different items and projects and services for charities. So we've been able to help local children and their parents fund things like adapted climbing frames so that they can play outside, mobility trikes so that they can go for a walk with their families. Many will say, they can't go for a walk together as a family because maybe the child can't just get on a regular bike, for example, so they can't come along. Also, a lot of sensory items as well to help with autism and other conditions. So these items can be very, very expensive, and quite often what we hear from local families is because they're already facing a lot of additional expense through raising a child with additional needs, they just can't afford everything. And it's been brilliant. It's our privilege to be able to help make such a difference with these items that just really increases their general well-being and happiness. So it's been a brilliant couple of months. So we're busy fulfilling all these items now over the next few weeks.
And the fundraiser continues very shortly on the 27th of May. There's a special day coming up that most people, I believe, in Northern Ireland should have heard of. And if they haven't, you're going to tell them about it now. Tell us about it.
Yeah. So Friday the 27th of May is Cash for Kids Day. And this year we've taken the decision to ring fence 100% of everything raised to help tackle food and fuel poverty. So in Northern Ireland, we know that families are facing the biggest crisis since the 1970s in terms of household income. We know that fuel poverty is on the rise, and fuel poverty is when the cost of heating your home basically means that you drop below the poverty line. We also know that 1 in 4, 25% of local children in Northern Ireland are living below that poverty line. So we want to do our bit to help. As I say, every single penny raised will be granted straight back out to help local children. And the way that that will work is after Cash for Kids Day, local authorities like social workers, GPs, teachers, children's charities can apply to us for families that they see in the community every day are really struggling, and we'll be able to fund micro grants to help with things like, you know, a weekly food shop or topping up the oil tank, really basic things, but things that we know are so needed right now. So what I would say is if you'd like to get involved, please do so. There's lots of ways to support us. Number one, tune in on Friday the 27th of May. We'll be hearing from lots of our beneficiaries, and the charities that we support tell stories of local families in the community and why this is so important. So please do tune in. You can fundraise, you can do anything that you like. There's lots of ideas online at coolfm.co.uk/cash for kids day. You can do our 5K a day challenge, which is all about getting out, getting a little bit fitter, doing 5K every day for a month-long period and getting sponsored to do so. We've got lots of businesses doing things like cake sales and fun days and fancy dress and lots of fun stuff. And I would also just appeal, you know, to any businesses out there, if you can make a donation, that would just be so greatly appreciated. Every £35 allows us to help one local child. So the more that you can donate, the more children that we can help.
Fantastic, some great pieces of advice there and insight, and we all know that Cash for Kids Day is a phenomenal day and a very important day to all of those people who unfortunately are going to find themselves in difficult conditions and difficult situations currently. So it's very timely, I think, that day is coming up at the end of May. So Lauren, listen, thanks so much for being our guest this week. And we put that appeal out to businesses and to individuals to get in touch. Google, look us up, Cash for Kids. You'll find us, and we'll be there to help you make a difference. So Lauren, thanks, and good luck to you and all the team on your work ahead.
Thanks, David.